How y'all? It's Brandon. So yesterday I took the family to Land Between the Lakes. We drove around, checked some stuff out. Didn't do any wheeling, run down a couple gravel roads, but other than that, that was it. But somehow I knocked the steering a quarter turn out of alignment. So I've climbed underneath it, pulled some stuff apart. I don't see any threads that's been pulled. It don't look like the splines on the steering box had slipped. I climbed underneath it and checked some stuff out. There was a nut loose on one of the tie rod ends on the drag link. On the pitman arm was loose, but not finger loose, but it definitely wasn't tight. But on both of those, neither one of them looked like they had slipped, so I don't know what had caused the steering wheel to get out of alignment that bad. So I got it tore apart now. I'm gonna straighten it up. Don't look like anything slipped on the steering gear here, or don't look like anything slipped on the pitman arm. So this here was a nut that it wasn't finger loose, but it was loose. So I went ahead and tightened it up pretty tight. You see it was that far engaged. That's about the same thickness as this is. So scoot on down here and look at the threads here on this part of the drag link, and it also don't look like any threads have slipped. So I don't know how it got out of alignment as bad as it did. The only thing that I possibly, maybe the panhard bar, but those don't look like they've pulled either. The nuts are still tight, and up there they're also still tight. That was something else I thought of, but so I'm just gonna put it all back together and see if it does it again. Hopefully it don't. So with the pitman arm removed, how I lock the steering wheel straight is I will scoot my seat forwards all the way. I'll run the seatbelt buckle through it. I'll pull the seatbelt buckle out until it starts locking. I'll tighten it up as tight as I can, and then I'll scoot the seatbelt back and tilt it back until it's tight. And then that keeps me from the steering wheel spinning accidentally. So another thing, to make sure my steering wheel's straight, I run a string line from the back tire across the center of the back tire and across the center of the front tire. I can make sure the string's touching all the sidewalls, and I know for sure that the tires are straight. And I chose this tire here because this is the tire that the drag link controls. So this tire does the controlling, and the passenger or the driver's side just copies it. So yeah, I know it's a weird way to do it, but with the bent drag link, I can't turn the drag link with it connected to the steering box of the pitman arm. So I'm gonna attempt to do it this way. Another thing you may be wondering is about the master spline on that. This is a WFO pitman arm. There's no master spline, it's just splined all the same. So you can put it on any direction. That's why I'm not worried about lining up a master spline. Sorry, y'all see him belly. They don't hardly make shirts to fit tall, fat people. So, I know what y'all's thinking. What's the torque spec? Well, I just looked it up. It's 184 foot-pounds. Our torque wrench goes to 150. So I'll do 150 in a little bit. So that was 110. Since my tie rod and drag link are both bent to go around the front diff cover, I'm going to turn it all the way to one side, make sure I have clearance between the tie rod and the diff cover and the drag link and the tie rod. Let's see. So as you can tell, they both have a little bend in them. To clear, yes, the steering box is directly over the tie rod. It hits bump stop way before it'll ever contact. So I'm going to flip the tie rod up as high as it'll go. That. Spin the drag link around, clear that. That way, I know for sure everything is clear. Like that. Sorry, Billy showed me. Alright, take a first spin. Back it out of the garage here. Probably gonna be hard to see me. But the steering wheel is still tilted a little bit towards the driver's side. You can hear my shocks rattling in the back, and the heim joints are squeaking. They started squeaking. I might do something about that. Gears pull real good. That was 0 to Mexico. Alright, so I got it done. A couple more adjustments. This time I pulled the tie rod end off of the drag link to adjust it instead of pulling the pitman arm back off. So that was a little easier. I could straighten the steering wheel as I spun it. So after filming that, I did a little more looking around underneath the vehicle and discovered that my drag link, my track bar, has a little bit of deflection to it. I don't know if it's necessarily bad. It's not bent, but it does deflect a little bit. I'll show the video now. So I ordered some more parts from TAHOVERLANDing. TAHOVERLANDing? I don't know how to say it. He's a guy that does the solidaxleswap. But this is a solid track bar from him. And then I picked up bushing from Barnes 4-wheel drive. I have some thread inserts, some threaded bungs to weld in the other end. You see the other end is empty for that. So that should fix my track bar. But that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.